You're very welcome back. Now, Derek is in Temple Bar all morning scouting out the future Oscar nominations in the Arc in Temple Bar. Derek, tell us, what are you up to? Derek, what's
Tommy,
going on?
we're having a proper bop here this morning. Who are you listening to, Aideen?
I'm listening to Imelda May.
Imelda May, a good Dublin choice. Anyway, welcome down here to the Arc Centre in the heart of Temple Bar in Dublin here this morning. Director Aideen Howard is with us. And Aideen, you're going to kill me because I'm living in Dublin almost 20 years. I did not know this place was here.
Well, that's probably because you're not in our age range. The Children's Cultural Centre has been around since 1995, but our audience is everybody under the age of 12. So that means that kids come here with their families at the weekends and in the summer holidays, but also with their teachers. And we have lots of business over the course of the year. So you're never too old.
Never too old, exactly. Now tell us about the Art Centre itself.
This place was built in 1985 with a brilliant ambition that children should have access to the best and most brilliant kind of art and culture. So we have 3 floors. We've got a theatre, a gallery and a workshop space, and we're busy on all of those levels all of the time. We make music and theatre performances in our theatre space, but we also create workshop programmes, summer programmes in all kinds of art forms over the course of the year.
And the kids love it, don't they?
Yeah, this is a really busy and thriving place, and we are very careful in how we actually make exciting and dynamic work for them, for everybody under the age of 12. But as you can imagine, there's a great difference between what a 2-year-old wants to do and what a 10-year-old wants to do. So we're very sensitive to that.
Now, you've just wrapped up Science Week, and I believe that was a great success for you here at the Arc Centre.
Yeah, we've just completed our music installation programme as part of Science Week, and the point behind that was through these weird and wonderful music exhibits and exhibitions to really create an interactive way whereby kids would start to understand sound and think and consider the scientific elements that relate to music.
And it's very hands-on, like as we see in our shots there, the kids are getting involved, they're getting stuck in, and they're learning as well as being, involved in the whole process along the way.
Yeah, for sure. We like to embed learning in what we do, but we don't like to talk about it or make it too evident. So as you saw, these are motion-activated installations, which are a lot of fun and kind of unpredictable until you've figured out the patterns involved.
Now, what I love about here at the centre is that the children in some of the decision-making process are involved because you have a children's council.
Yeah, we set up a children's council in 2016 because although the Arc had been producing brilliant work in the previous 20 years, there hadn't been any involvement of children in the actual decision-making around it. And we figured it would be a really fun way for children to get to know our business really well.
Who came up with the idea, by the way?
We did here.
Yeah. Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah, we came up with the idea because we really figured not alone would it empower them, but it would actually make our work better, and it has.
And make them part of the decision-making process.
Yeah, they inform everything we do, not just the artistic programming, which of course is a key part, but actually every part of our business corporately.
All right, and speaking of that, we're going to chat to one young member here of the Children's Council, Aoife Butler. Good morning to you, Aoife.
Hi, good morning.
And tell us, what do you do in the Children's Council?
Well, when we're in the Children's Council, we kind of watch shows or go to exhibitions and kind of just talk about them, or we might meet the people who created them and kind of give them our feedback and things like that.
And do you feel it's important in 2023 that kids have a voice?
Yeah, I think it really is, and that's the great thing about the Arc, because it doesn't really matter who you are. You can go and kind of give your opinion and they'll listen to you.
And be involved in the decision-making process, which is really important. By the way, what school are you in?
Dublin 7 Educate Together.
And who's your teacher?
Porrick.
Do you want to give Porrick and all your class a big wave? There we go. Aoife, isn't that fantastic, Aideen, that the kids are involved from the get-go in the decision-making process? It's amazing.
Yeah, they're terrific. And you can hear from talking to Aoife just how much integrity and wisdom they bring to the process. We're very lucky to have them.
And they also get to ask the question, they have a Q&A session with the Taoiseach.
Yes, they did. While art is our core business, we also think it's really important for other children to be aware that they have a right to art and culture and they have a right to be heard. So on occasion, these kids can also actually speak truth to power. They've also had the opportunity to speak to the Children's Committee, the Children's Oireachtas Committee in response to COVID and so on. So we like to think that these kids are really brilliant in their own right, but they're also showing other children how important it is that their voice should be heard.
Absolutely, on issues like the environment, which they obviously care about as well.
Climate and sustainability will be the next policy that these children help us develop at the Arc over 2020.
A great initiative. Now, I'm holding this poster in my hand. It's called the Giggler Treatment. Treatment, a new musical.
Yes, a new musical by Fionn Foley, brilliant composer.
A Galway man.
A Galway man, and a writer and actor himself. We have commissioned him to do an adaptation of Roddy Doyle's beloved book, The Giggler Treatment, which is beloved of 9-year-olds everywhere. But this musical is for everybody age 4+.
Written and composed by Fiona Foley as well.
Yeah, Fionn is terrific, and he has created these amazing scripts, but he's also composed fabulous tunes. You've heard some of them this morning.
Yeah, and they're very high notes,
Yes,
aren't
they
they?
are.
Very
Yeah.
high.
Very demanding at 10:15 a.m. and 12:15, which is when our
Rehearsals
shows are
underway
up.
at the moment.
Yeah, we're rehearsing at the moment. We'll have another 2 weeks in the rehearsal room, and then we open at the beginning of December and run all the way to the 7th of January.
And of course, it is, to get a production off the ground, it takes a lot of work and behind the scenes effort.
Yeah, musicals are wonderful fun, but they're also very technical, so there's a lot of moving parts.
All right, where can we find out more online?
Arc.ie.
Arc.ie. All right, can you give us a high note before we go? Back to studio! Thanks very much. Back to you guys in the studio.
That's lovely.
I sometimes wonder, Derek, the poor guests, I don't know what's going to happen next.
That was beautiful.
No, fair play. They're doing some amazing stuff down there.
They
So
do.
good
The
on you,
arc has
Derek.
been running for
Thank
years.
you, Derek, so much. Now, coming up on tomorrow's Ireland AM, Tara Flynn tells us about the new series of her highly successful BBC4 radio podcast with Marion Keys.
Yeah, speaking of podcasts, we're going to be joined by the young hot guys.
Love them.
Look
Is
at
that me, you, and Derek?
Well, I thought they're
Tommy?
already
That's it,
here,
yeah.
but also known as Tony Cantwell, Shane Daniel Byrne, and Killian Sunderland. That'll be a laugh.
And Derek's going to be in Tipperary at the Men's Shed in Cashel. The three of us, well, four of us, will see you tomorrow bright and early. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.